Aloha everyone! I'm Gabby
And I'm Georgie,
and we are the mummies of Sisterhood Furniture
and content creators for Dixie Belle Paint.
In this tutorial we are going to work on this lovely piece, and what we know about it is that her name is 5 a.m. because of this lady here.
Reason behind this name, it's quite funny. I messaged the seller at 5 in the morning, and when we went to collect the piece of furniture, the lady asked us, who messaged me at 5 in the morning? Anyway guys, stay with us if you want to see how we did it step by step, the whole process.
Let's do it!
I removed the handles and I sanded the top with 60 grit to remove that awful varnish and obviously to reveal the stunning wood. We are gonna sand the top to bare wood and then sand it again with 400 grit to smooth it out. On the side of the piece and the places we could reach with the sanding machine, we used an 120 grit to scuff sand. This will only make the surface a little porous so the paint will properly stick to it. Then we clean it inside out with white lightening, which is Dixie Belle Furniture Cleaner, and this is a very important step for the paint to have a long-lasting life. After scrubbing, we rinsed it twice only with water to remove any leftover dirt and solution.
For the first coat we are going for a texture base but only made of paint, starting with peacock and applying it in many directions to create that texture. I picked quite a thick layer of paint and I used a cheap brush to apply it because the bristles are harsher and thicker, which will help creating texture. On the right side of the piece I'm going to apply clay paint because this color is our favorite, pistachio. Also, this paint is a bit thicker so the texture will be slightly more visible. That's why on the left side of the piece I'm going to touch up with peacock the places that didn't cover properly or where I need more texture. After the piece dried completely, I applied tape on the wood, as surely I won't be so lucky on the second coat and I'm gonna mess everything up. Then I dumped the drawer and I started to apply a small amount of paint, starting with the corners or edges, so the paint will be more intense in those areas. Afterward, I just dragged the paint to the middle. I just added some more water to dilute the paint and move it around with the brush using horizontal and vertical motions. The idea is to have the paint so diluted in some areas that the color underneath will slightly peek through. The next color is Florida Orange. The combination between these two colors, it's electric and I love it. Anyway, I'm going to do the same thing with the next colors, only that now I will try to blend them so my brush will just go in so many directions. I will add more water, more blending until it just look right. We will keep coming back to Florida Orange, then Peony and so on. The Pretty Flamingo, it's our next color. I added a bit too much actually and I started to panic. But I was keep blending, adding water, and the colors mixed really nice actually. I was careful not to apply too much paint around the handle, as that blue peeking through is delicious. The next color is Colonel Mustard. I added just a little bit, but it's going to make such a big difference. It will make the piece look like it's facing the sunset somehow. Now let's move on the other side of the piece, where we are going to layer some blues and greens over that stunning pistachio. I started with Peacock, our old friend, and I did the same as on the other side, but then I was keep adding layers and layers of paint with other stunning colors. You'll see what I mean. I blended in some cerulean blue to give some dimension. As I told you, I added a bit of thicker layer of paint on this side of the piece instead of diluting it so much, but still using water to blend them. On this corner, I blended in a bit of mermaid tape too. It's always welcome. And if you follow our page for a long time, you know this is our favorite chalk paint from Dixie Belle. And as I did on the other side of the piece with yellow, here I will add some kudzu to enlighten the bottom. It's super pretty. I've been inspired by this Buddha statue we painted not long ago. There is a tutorial for this one too. And we recreated the purple line with hair strands on. I used an artist brush and I dipped it in paint, then I dumped the brush and let the magic happen. On the door edges, I applied golden gilding wax. I think it looks really elegant when you open the door. I added a bit on the handles and in some random spots on the piece. I thought it will add to its quirkiness. Something was missing. The yellow drips underneath the handles on this side of the piece. So I watered the area, applied the paint with an artist brush, and then I tapped the harsh edges with my fingers. Too pretty, guys. Way too pretty. I cleaned the paint off the glass with a blade and water. This is super quick and easy way to remove it. On the inside we decided to go for black, so we use caviar. We are going for a smooth finish, so we have the mist bottle close to keep the paint damp, and also a synthetic brush. Using the synthetic brush from Dixie Belle and also keeping the paint damp will help to avoid brush strokes.
I sealed the top of the piece with 3 layers of gator hide, which is a durable water repellent satin sealer, and I did the same for the interior of the piece. The rest of the piece I sealed it with 3 layers of flat clear coat, letting each one to dry for about 2 hours in between for both clear coat and the gator hide.
And this is the final result. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as we did creating this piece. And if you did so, please don't forget to subscribe for more colorful furniture tutorials. See you next time. Bye!